Good day, kids! Our lesson for today is all about the Pied Piper of Hamelin, adapted from Robert Browning. Before we go on with our today's story, let's learn first some new words. Lame, especially of an animal, unable to walk without difficulty as the result of an injury or illness affecting the leg or foot. Piper, a person who plays a pipe, especially an itinerant musician. Burst, break suddenly and violently apart, spilling the contents, typically as a result of an impact or internal pressure. Mayor, the elected head of a city, town, or other municipality. Guilders, a gold or silver coin formerly used in the Netherlands, Germany, and Austria. Beardless, having no beard. Whiskerless, shaved, shaven, having the beard or hair cut up close to the skin. Now, let's learn about the Pied Piper of Hamelin, adapted from Robert Browning.
Once upon a time, there was a town named Hamelin. The town was beautiful, bustling with energy and wealth. But no sooner the happiness of the town was ruined by a plague. Plague of rats. There were rats everywhere. So much so that the people of the town didn't even have a place to keep a step without tripping over the rats. There were rats of every size, shape, every age and color. Nothing worked as a remedy. Not even the cats were able to control the plague of rats. Giving up, the authorities decided to announce a reward of 10 bags of gold to anyone who could help to get rid of the rats. One day, a strange-looking man came to the town. He was dressed in their traditional dress, but all red in color, with a long, peculiar nose and big, wide eyes. He adorned his head with a feather in his hat. He went to the authorities and said, I have a solution for your problem. I assure you that not a single rat would live in this beautiful town. But I want 10 gold bags that you have promised as prize. The authorities were not very sure of his commitment, but still allowed him to give it a try as they had no other option. Soon, the strange-looking man took out a Pied Piper from his pocket and started playing a very strange tune. Within no time, all the rats started coming out and following him. From every nook and corner of the town, so many rats came out that the whole street was filled with them. Very strangely, the rats started following the Pied Piper, who was playing the strangest tune ever heard. The Pied Piper took them to the town's river and entered into it. In no time, all the rats, mesmerized by his tune, fell into the river and drowned. There were rejoices in the town, celebrations all over. Soon, the Pied Piper went to the authorities to claim his prize money. But since their work was done and they thought that this plague would never return, they shunned him off and asked him to leave without giving him a single penny. What selfish people are these? I did them a favor, freed them from such a bad epidemic, and all they could care was to be greedy and ungrateful? Now look how I will teach these selfish people a lesson. The Pied Piper took out his pipe once again and started playing another strange tune. A tune that no one had ever heard before. In no time, all the children of the town, mesmerized by the music, started following the Pied Piper. The children were so lost in his tune that they didn't realize that they have come out to the outskirts of the town. The Pied Piper took them to a cave and let them in. He kept playing the tune till all the children were inside the cave. He then closed the cave with a huge stone. Only 2 kids were left in the entire town. A boy who was hard of hearing and a girl who had hurt her legs so badly that she couldn't keep up the pace with the rest of the kids. These 2 kids went back and told their parents about the Pied Piper and how he lured all the children into the cave. Soon, the authorities went begging to the Pied Piper and requested him to let their children out. This time, they promised to reward him with 20 gold bags. I don't trust you any longer. I want my prize money beforehand. Soon, he was handed over his prize money. And he left, never to be seen again. The children were freed from the cave, and the parents hugged them and cried. Watching this, the authorities said,
"We surely have learned a lesson. This man came out of nowhere and saved us from an epidemic. All that we did in return was to be selfish and ungrateful. He surely taught us a lesson of not to be greedy and selfish."
That night, the town rejoiced and celebrated like a festival. It's still said that in the town of Hamelin, if you ever go and listen carefully, you might hear the beautiful sound of the Pied Piper.
Sharpening skills, inferring character traits. Writers try to make story characters seem like real people by telling how the characters feel. A reader can infer or tell how a character feels by paying attention to what the character says and thinks. Sometimes you can find out how the character feels from the way he or she acts in the story. You can also learn how to distinguish a character from the other characters in the story. Read each question below, encircle the letter of the correct answer. You may look back at the selection for a clue. How did the people feel when thousands of rats started living in their place? A. They felt worried. B. They felt sick. Or letter C. They felt dirty. It's letter A. They felt worried. How did the stranger feel when she showed up to take the challenge? A. He was unsure if he could do the job. B. He was confident that he could do it. Or letter C. He was excited to do the job. Letter B. He was confident that he could do it. How did the people feel when they started singing and dancing? A. They were overwhelmed. B. They were anxious. C. They were happy and worry-free. Well, the answer is letter C. They were happy and worry-free. How did the stranger feel when the mayor did not give him his reward? A. He felt excited. B. He felt cheated. Or letter C. He felt tired and lonely. It's letter B. He felt cheated. When the Pied Piper led the children to the mountain, how was the feeling? A. He was angry. B. He was in his playful mood. Or letter C. He was sorry. It's letter A. He was angry. That's all for our today's topic. See you in our next lesson. God bless you!